Hello everyone, welcome once again to my channel. Tonight I want to talk to you about a very important topic that has been plaguing university students for a long time. And this is how to analyze an essay question at the academic level suitable for universities. Now, I say that this is a very important topic because one of the biggest challenges that university students have had over the years is that they fail to answer the question that is asked in um, in an assignment and in an essay assignment. So tonight I'm going to just spend a few minutes just going over a few key points that as students you need to bear in mind when you are tackling an assignment that involves an essay. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do then is we're going to jump right into it and let's go. Now, when you're approaching an essay, you have to understand that there is a process or a strategy that you follow, right? The first thing that you must bear in mind is that there are three components to an effective essay plan, and these are they. The first thing you need to do is you need to break down the question into manageable parts and analyze that question. The second thing is that you need to brainstorm, and the third thing is that you need to have an outline for your essay based on the question that you have analyzed. Okay, moving forward. Now you need to look for keywords in the essay question that underscores or underlines the instruction. These are words that shape and form the question and make the question unique to what the instructor is asking you to do. Alright, so here are some of the more popular terms that you will see in an essay question that have different meanings, and you need to take some time to understand the difference between these words so that you can provide appropriate answers for your assignments. So there are the popular ones are discuss, describe, evaluate, examine, and so forth. So you'll find these types of words as part of the instruction in your essay. So you need to spend time understanding what is being asked of you when you see these words. The mistake that many students make is that once they see these words, they overlook these words and just write everything they know about a particular subject without zeroing in on what the assignment requires them to do. So make sure that you understand what the instructor is asking you to do, the difference between describe, discuss, evaluate, examine, analyze, and so forth. Now, importantly also is that sometimes, especially at the higher academic level, the word critically is also used in conjunction with these words that we were just talking about. So for example, the assignment might ask you to critically analyze, critically describe, to critically discuss, or to critically examine. Now, when critically is used in conjunction with these words, then it changes somewhat the requirements of the assignment, because critical here means that you need to provide a balanced view. You need to look for mistakes in whatever you're critically analyzing or examining or discussing. You need to look for weaknesses. You need to look at the strength. You need to look at what could have been done differently, and you need to look for nuances, what other people have said about this particular subject. So critically here comes into play by wanting you to look outside of the box. So instead of breaking down the issue, you look outside of the issue on other things that could have made this particular issue right or wrong. Okay, so that is what you do when critically is used as part of the instruction. Okay, Let us look at a sample question. And as I said, this is a short video. I just want to use the opportunity to help you to kind of stimulate your thinking so that you can start looking in a particular direction. So let us look at a sample question. Here's a question that says, discuss a personal achievement that has had a significant impact on your life. Now, by looking at this, you're going to realize that there are 4 areas that needs to be analyzed coming from this question. What are these 4 areas? The first thing is that it is asking you, the instruction is that you should discuss. So it is not asking you to explain, it is not asking you to analyze, it is asking you to discuss. So discuss is what you need to do here. Okay. The second thing is that it is asking you to look at a personal achievements. Now, the word personal achievement is subjective, because to a person who has a master's degree or a PhD, getting a bachelor's is not really considered a personal achievement, because he would have already attained that. A person who is rich, a multimillionaire, saving $100,000 in a month is not a personal achievement. But a person who has nothing, saving $100,000 for a month is a major achievement. So here it is asking you, it is asking you about something that is subjective as it relates to you. So here you have to bear in mind also that this is a subjective requirement, and you're going to speak based on your perspective. Okay, we're going to get back to that in a little while. Also, significant impact. What is significant to me might not be significant to you, and so you have to also bear this in mind, that when you're looking at a question, look at those things that are subjective, and remember that it is requiring your perspective on it and not necessarily other people's perspective. Okay, and here also it's the fourth part that you need to analyze is that it is in your life. So you're not talking about your child's life, your husband's life, your wife's life, your parents' life, or your instructor's or your teacher's life. It is asking about yours. So this entire question is a subjective one that asks you to take an introspective look and then explain. So you're going to talk about things from your perspective. Okay, so let us look at how we would brainstorm a question like this. In brainstorming a question like this, you're gonna I break it down into 2 parts. What are the areas of personal achievement? And here I come up with a list, but you can always expand that list or contract it or change it based on what you think. This is just my subjective view based on my own experience. So I will look at my academic achievements and say, okay, so all we're looking in brainstorming, all you're looking for are ideas. So I look at my academic achievements, I look at my career and my professional accomplishments, I would look at my family, and I'd look at my awards. So under academic achievements, I would look at, okay, what did I achieve out of school? How did I achieve those things? What do I consider to be a significant achievement out of that? In my career, I'd look at my career path, how I progressed through life and the different careers that I've had, and what was important and what was significant about that. My family life, for some people they may have chosen to remain single, or they might have gotten married, they might have developed a family and have helped their children to go through college and so forth, and for them that's a significant achievement. So for some people, they have gotten professional awards from recognition from their companies, from their countries, from international bodies and so forth. So all of these things could be considered as major achievements or personal achievements. So here again, the question is asking you for one. So after having brainstormed through all of these, then you would have selected one that you believe what is significant. Okay, so right, so you'd look for one that you consider to be significant. Okay, now the next aspect of the brainstorming is how does it impact your life. And you, as you look at how it impacts your life, you look at the challenges along the way to personal achievement. What were the challenges that you had to overcome? How difficult was it? How easy it was, and so forth? Because remember now that this is an entire assignment that you're writing, and not just a one sentence assignment. So you have to look at the antecedents, building up to a crescendo, or to a conclusion as to why you consider this an important achievement and how it impacted your life. Okay, you're gonna look at I would look at how did the achievement make me feel. I would look at how did the achievement impact my life, positively and or negatively, because some things that impact you positively also impact you negatively. So these are some of the things that I would have looked at. And I would also look at how this achievement impacted my family, and also how did it make other people see me. Maybe that also would have thrown in there, right? So here having analyzed the question, the next stage is brainstorming. All right, having done the brainstorming, it's very important that you reconnect with the question to ensure that you have not misinterpreted anything, and you have not left out anything, and you have not missed anything. Okay, all right. Now the next and very important aspect of this is that you need to develop an essay outline based on the question. So again, you're going back to the question to ensure at all times you're checking with the question to make sure that you're not straying off the path that you should be on. And in this part, we're just talking about how you develop an introduction. All right. Now the introduction has is very methodological. You have to understand what is involved in the introduction. The introduction set the tone for a good essay. Right, and so the introduction starts with a sentence that grabs the reader's attention. And my friends, let me tell you, this is very important that you must remember that if your introduction is boring, the reader will not have an enthusiasm for wanting to read your assignment or your essay. So you make sure that you give a very powerful, a very riveting, and a very interesting introduction to make to whet the reader's appetite, so that he or she sees what is coming in the assignment and wants to read it. What does this include? This includes introducing what the assignment or the essay is all about. All right, so in your opening statement, you're going to say, this assignment requires me to explain or discuss a personal achievement that I've had in my and how it impacted my life, and so this is how I'm going to do it. There are some terms that you may need to define, and here again, because you're talking about a subjective view, you want to look at, in this case, because we're talking about something that is subjective, you look at what you consider a personal achievement to be, and why you consider this thing to be a personal achievement. What do you understand as being major, a major impact or significant impact? So you need to explain those terms subjectively. What do you understand as a significant impact to be? And right, it may differ from what your reader understands it to be, or what your reader interprets it to be, but based on your definition of it, because you're writing from your perspective and you give your perspective, then the reader, we cannot inject his or her perspective on it, because you're writing from yours. So it's very important that you define your terms. Then in the introduction, then you're going to talk about how you intend to have your arguments flow. So you can say, first of all, I'm going to, in the first instance, I'm going to explain what my personal achievement has been, and then I'm going to talk about the road that I had to travel in getting to my personal achievement, how difficult it was, how easy it was, and then I'm going to move on to talking about how it impacted my life and how it impacted my family, right? And at the end, there's a one sentence that you include in the introduction that is called a thesis statement. Some people call it different names, but the thesis statement really is one that focuses on the main idea of the assignment, and you kind of present something that shows them where you're going with this argument, and what you hope to achieve by the end of this essay, what you would have presented. Okay, so let me show you now. This is an example of what a thesis statement is, and I'll read it. In this essay, I will discuss how the achievement of my bachelor's in nursing impacted my life. In order to provide a comprehensive context of the situation, I will share the antecedents and the challenges I encountered leading to the attainment of this award. Given the fact that my family is inextricably linked to me, the essay would not be complete without sharing the broader context of how this achievement impacted my family as well. So that is a nice little thesis statement that you could put out there, to show your reader that where you plan to go with this assignment. Okay, and here, my friends, we have come to the end of a short video. I hope that you find it useful, and please do not forget to watch this video, to share and to subscribe and to like, and leave me a comment so that I will know what else you want to talk about, some of the topics that you are interested in, so that I can continue to give you outstanding contents that can help you in your academic life. Thank you so much, and you have a wonderful study time with whichever university that you are studying. Have a good day.